Well, as you know that when we discuss the functions of the chemical messengers, that is the hormones, we discussed that they help in maintaining homeostasis. What is homeostasis? Homeostasis means maintaining the internal conditions constant. So, for maintaining the internal conditions constant, these hormones play a very important role. But when you can say the action of the hormones is under the control of some other hormones or under some other factors, then we call this as the feedback control mechanism. So, when the action of the hormones is under the control of some other factors or some other hormones, then we call it as feedback control mechanism. Now, this feedback control mechanism is of two types. Well, we can have a positive feedback control or we can have a negative feedback control. Now, we will just discuss one example to actually explain you the feedback control mechanism, that is the secretion of the hormone, that is thyroxine, from the thyroid gland. So, we are going to discuss this example when we want to discuss the feedback control mechanism. Look at the diagram very carefully. What you can see, we have TRF. What is this TRF? This is thyrotropin releasing factor. It is what? It is thyrotropic releasing factor. Now, this thyrotropin releasing factor, you can also call it as thyrotropic releasing hormone. It can be TRH also, right? So, I will just write it here, TRH. Then we have this TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone. Now, what you see, this TRF is going to secrete or help in the secretion of TSH. TSH is what? Thyroid stimulating hormone, which in turn is going to help in the secretion of this hormone, that is thyroxine. So, this is how the control mechanism is there in the case of release of thyroxine from the thyroid hormone. Now, let us see how we have a positive feedback control and a negative feedback control. Now, what happens? When do we say we have a positive feedback control? When the level of thyroxine hormone, it is less in the bloodstream than normal. So, when the amount of thyroxine is going to be less in the bloodstream, then what is going to happen? This is going to stimulate the hypothalamus. This is the hypothalamus, right? This is the pituitary gland. As I told you that pituitary gland is attached to what? This hypothalamus. This is the pituitary gland and this is the thyroid gland. So, when the level of thyroxine is going to be low in your bloodstream, then what is going to happen? This is going to what? This is going to stimulate hypothalamus to secrete more of this TRH, or you can say TRF. This is what? Thyrotropin releasing factor, or you can say thyrotropin releasing hormone. So, in some books you will find it as TRH, that is thyrotropin releasing hormone. In some books you find it as TRF, that is thyrotropin releasing factor. So, what is this factor or this hormone going to do? As this low level of thyroxine has led to stimulation of the hypothalamus to secrete TRF, right? Then when this is there, then this is going to lead to the secretion of more of this TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone. What is it? It is thyroid stimulating hormone, and after this is going to help in the stimulation or in the increased, you can say, production of this hormone, that is thyroxine. So, this is known as the positive feedback control. This type of regulation or this type of control is known as what? Positive feedback control. So, just remember, when the thyroxine amount is going to be less in your bloodstream than required or than normal amount, then this thyroxine hormone, you can say less amount, it is going to stimulate the hypothalamus to secrete TRF. This is going to stimulate to secrete TSH. Then this is going to in turn help in the increased release of this hormone, that is the thyroxine hormone from the thyroid gland. Now, let us see what is there in case of negative feedback control. Now, what happens? For example, if we have this TRH, that is what? I repeat again, that is thyrotropin releasing hormone. Now, this TRH from the hypothalamus, it stimulates the interior lobe. This is the interior lobe of the pituitary gland. Do you remember we discussed the pituitary gland? We discussed that it has, 3 lobes. We have interior, posterior and intermediate lobe. So the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland, it is going to be stimulated. How? From this TRF. This is thyrotropin releasing factor or thyrotropin releasing hormone. Okay, and this stimulates anterior lobe of the pituitary gland to secrete what? TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, and this is going to lead to what? In the increase in the thyroxine production, as we discussed in the positive feedback control. But after what? When there is more amount of thyroxine hormone in the bloodstream, then this is going to actually stimulate the hypothalamus to actually decrease the release of this hormone, so that thyroid gland decreases the release of thyroxine hormone. This is known as what? This is known as negative feedback control. So this negative feedback control is there when the thyroxine hormone, it is more than normal amount, right? So positive feedback control is when we have, you can say, the level of thyroxine that is less than the normal in the bloodstream. When do we have the negative feedback control? We have the negative feedback control when the amount of thyroxine hormone is more than the normal in the bloodstream. So positive feedback control is going to take place when the amount of thyroxine hormone in the bloodstream is less than required, and negative feedback control is going to take place when the amount of this thyroxine hormone is going to be more than required, right? So this is how you can actually have an idea of the feedback control mechanism in case of the release of the thyroxine hormone from the thyroid gland. So this release of thyroxine hormone is under the control of some other hormones and some other factors, that is what? The TRF or TRH and the TSH. TRF is thyrotropin releasing factor, or you can also call it as TRH, thyrotropin releasing hormone. Then we have TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, and this is going to initiate the release of this thyroxine hormone from the thyroid gland. So this is how the control mechanism is there, which we call as a feedback control mechanism. Why do we call it as feedback control mechanism? Because the secretion of this hormone is under the control of some other factors or some other hormones, right? Remember, we have two types. We have positive feedback control and we have a negative feedback control, and we have discussed this example, right? So the level of TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, it exerts negative feedback control over the hypothalamus, and the level of thyroxine exerts feedback control over the hypothalamus, and the level of thyroxine exerts feedback control over the anterior pituitary also. So this is how the thyroxine hormone or the TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, they exert a feedback control over what? Over the hypothalamus also, and over the anterior lobe of this pituitary gland also. So this is how the feedback control mechanism is there, which goes inside your bodies, which control the release of this thyroxine hormone in the bloodstream. This can be a positive feedback control also, and it can be a negative feedback control also. I hope that this feedback control mechanism is very clear to you now.